Spiezio here with Washington County with another segment of Safety Shorts. This segment will be on a ladder safety overview. Today, we're going to talk about step ladders. Come in different heights. This happens to be an 8-footer and a 6-footer. Some step stool, step ladder combo type units that you'll find at the home or they're handy in the office. Much better than a chair or a 5-gallon bucket. And then we'll end with the extension ladder, which also comes in different sizes. Before using any ladder, be sure you've chosen the proper ladder for the application in which you're going to use it for. There's labels on the sides of the ladders to indicate what it's for, the weight, things of that nature, as far as how the ladder is designed to be used. Check the ladder over, be sure that everything is in good condition, all the moving parts, the steps or the rungs are in good condition, the beams are in good condition, and be sure the steps are clean and dry. Always store your ladders in a well-ventilated area, away from direct sunlight and out of the elements. Let's take a look at the 6-foot step ladder, commonly used both at home and at work. This is a fiberglass model. It's nice and lightweight, can be carried around. Before you use any ladder, be sure that it's in good condition. The rungs are not wet, not dirt or grease on them, that sort of thing. Also with your feet, make sure that your boots or your shoes are nice and clean and dry, that sort of thing too. You can see the labels on the side of the ladder. Always be sure it's designed for what you're using it for. Closing up the ladder for safe storage. I was going to pull this out, open it up. Always make sure your brackets are locked. Never climb on a ladder without these both being locked. Check the ladder for stability. Be sure that all the legs are flat on the ground. Make sure your area around you is safe. Watch out for power lines. Watch out for people working, vehicles driving through. Maybe a doorway. If you're set up in a doorway, be sure that someone can't open up the door and come into contact with your ladder. So controlling the work environment, making sure the work environment is safe is critical. When climbing on a ladder, such as a step ladder, make sure that you always maintain 3 points of contact. 2 hands and a foot, or 2 feet and a hand. With a step ladder, the top 2 steps are not steps. So never step on the step ladder unless you're at least 2 steps down. Now we're going to go over our trusty step stools. Little step stool, step ladder. This is great for the office or for the home environment when you just have to reach a couple extra feet in the air over a cabinet, that sort of thing, or grab a tool off the workbench when it's above the workbench. So this is a great step stool because it gives you protection and gives you something to hold on to. So when you're stepping on something such as this, you got a little work platform above, it's easier to maintain your balance and keep your belt buckle inside the beams of the ladder. These also have ratings on it, and you can see the rating as far as the poundage and things like that on the labeling of the ladder. So again, be sure that you're using the ladder for the right application. Always follow the manufacturer's recommendations when it comes to a ladder. This is another little step stool. Comes in handy at the home or the office as well. It folds up just like this one does and can be slid in the corner behind the door. Easy access to it. Opens up. Nice little level steps. Be sure both ladders, either type, whatever you're using, is on level ground before climbing on that ladder. Here with Building and Ground Supervisor Donovan, he's going to help me put up the ladder. This time we're going to be showing you how to use an extension ladder. Ready? Now that we've placed the ladder, the extension ladder where we're going to use it, we're going to raise the ladder. We're going to make sure there's no power lines, no obstacles, no doorways where people could be walking. And we're going to do a 2-man raise, raising the extension ladder up, and then lifting the fly so that you can access the roof. I'm butting the ladder while Donovan's going hand over hand, raising the ladder up. Untie your rope. All right, so I want to be about 3 rungs above the roof, Donovan. So we'll work together. We'll raise the ladder. All clear?
Yep.
Fingers clear. Now raise the ladder so that it's about 3 rungs above where we're gaining access. We'll try that. Rest the ladder down easily. Three rungs. Probably go out just a little. It might be just a tad bit steep for a climbing angle, so we'll go out just a little bit. And a way to test the ladder to be sure that it's at the proper angle, step on the first rung, put your hands out to grab the beams. Your elbow should be just slightly bent. We have the extension ladder in place, and we can access the roof to do our work. Make sure that the rungs are in good condition. There's no mud, it's not wet, they're not dirty. Make sure you've got good traction on your shoes. Make sure the dogs of the ladder are secure, so it's not going anywhere. The beams are in good condition. Make sure your footing is level. These feet on the ladder are designed in such a way to sit on a hard surface such as blacktop. That's set up. If we were on the ground, these would be pointed vertical and they would go into the ground. Take one step onto the ladder. Good climbing height, good climbing angle. I'm going to go ahead and start climbing the ladder slowly. Remember, 3 points of contact when climbing the ladder. Take your time. Take it up. I notice I have 3 rungs above the roof line, and I can go ahead and access the work area. All right, now that you've climbed up the ladder, you're checking for access again. Be sure you have good access into your work area. Make sure there's no electrical hazards. You have good footing, fall protections in place while getting on and off the ladder and into your work area. If you need additional tools, be sure that you have a rope so that you can pull the tools up, and also a tool pouch so that you can carry your tools with you. As always, be sure to remain 3 points of contact with you and the ladder, either 2 feet and a hand or 2 hands and a foot. Now that we've talked about some tools to do proper climbing with to gain access to elevated areas where we need to work, we're going to talk about a couple of tools that we more commonly use that are not so proper to use. 5-gallon bucket. Please don't use the 5-gallon buckets to gain access to a tool over a workbench or something such as that. They're very unsafe, and you can very much easily tip yourself over when trying to gain access to some area with a 5-gallon bucket. That's one of the tools that you should never use for climbing. And here is another common tool that we've used over the years. The chair. And this chair even has wheels on it, and it turns. So please never use a chair or a 5-gallon bucket to climb on. This wraps up Safety Shorts on Ladder Safety Overview. Until next time.